Welcome to my next Mr. Robot Season 2 episode review video. Before I talk about that, though, pretty important, if you haven't watched the first season of Mr. Robot as well as these first 7 episodes of Mr. Robot Season 2, then it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this detailed review any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And full disclosure, this is actually my first time watching the show Mr. Robot. Heard a lot of good things about it over the years and finally decided to check it out. So join me on the journey and let's discuss this show in the comments section. But please don't talk about anything that happens after this episode, in this review video at least. So with all that said, this will be Mr. Robot Season 2, Episode 7. The title of this episode is a computer file that says Handshake. And this will be my first time Rot's review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start off with a bit of a flashback where Joanna enters the kitchen in a white dress to find a gift on the counter. She opens it and finds a pair of earrings, which she of course puts on. Tyrell descends the stairs in a white suit, surprising Joanna. They leave for a party. It's an E-Corp party. Philip Price introduces the Wellex to Scott and Sharon Knowles. He notes that Tyrell is a rising star in the company and he is aiming for the CTO position. Sharon compliments Joanna's earring, which prompts her to note that Tyrell always surprises her with gifts. And then Joanna is seen wearing the earrings as she takes the baby on a walk in the stroller. So now we're back to present time. A woman walks up to her and splashes her with red paint, causing her a capitalist pig, or calling her a capitalist pig, and then Joanna screams. Elliot says he sees the viewer. He thinks about the nature of the handshake and the agreement between two people. Elliot is in pain in a cellar as Mr. Robot offers comfort. He asks about the nature of the sitcom world and what Tyrell was doing there. Mr. Robot angrily wants to move past it, but Elliot wants to accept what he did, and Mr. Robot asks what he remembers last time. Popcorn. Dominique stands before Angela at her cubicle. Angela asks Darlene to hold on, and then Dominique introduces herself and explains that she saw her on the FBI floor and asks why. Angela says she was making plans with Agent Thomas, and then Dominique cuts to the chase and says she is fascinated by her story from Washington Township to All Safe to E-Corp. And then Darlene assures her Angela has no evidence, or assures Angela that Dominique has no evidence, and then Dominique asks Angela to make an official statement later. She then asks whatever Angela is doing is not you, and whatever she's doing is not you, and then leaves. And then Angela finishes the hack. And then back in the cellar, Elliot acknowledges that he killed Tyrell. Mr. Robot says it was either us or him. When asked how, he says Tyrell was raving about killing a woman and becoming gods together when he shot him, and then Elliot takes responsibility. Joanna and Derek are having bondage sex, essentially, in the hotel when Joanna urges him to choke her harder. Later, he tells her to come to his 30th birthday party as his girlfriend, or else they're done. Dominique is checking the security camera footage, finding it all erased. She tells the agents to sweep the FBI floor and check Angela's desk before leaving to find a 4th of July barbecue to be miserable at tomorrow. Angela rides in a taxi. She hears and sees news of trash pileups and garbage burning due to the 5/9 fallout. She hears how taxis and limousines are now accepting eCoin, a digital currency, and then outside of her apartment, Darlene is seen smoking. She asks why Angela wasn't answering her calls when she tries to tell her that Cisco was targeting her when he sold her the infected mixtape. Angela wants to hear none of it. She brings up the F Society masks, recalling it from that shitty movie she and Elliot made her watch when they were kids. She recognized it when the video first came up, but never could believe it was them. And then at 10:30, Lone Star sets Elliot down in the chair in Ray's office. Ray wants to get back to work and will put Elliot back in the hole until he is sure that the site works, and Mr. Robot warns him of what will happen then, but Elliot realizes that Ray needs him right now. Darlene arrives at the smart house to find Cisco, Trenton, and Mobley crowded around a laptop, concerned. They show her the screen, and she asks if that is happening tomorrow. Joanna is in Derek's apartment when he gets home. He is upset that she didn't come to his birthday party. When she tries to touch him, he says he's tired of being played, being a bartender at an E-Corp event, messing around with a stuck-up guest. Joanna apologizes and says she was busy getting him a birthday present, her divorce papers. Back in Ray's office, Lone Star sees that their Bitcoin intake has doubled since bringing the site up and blames $200,000 that could have been made while the website was down on Elliot. He grabs Elliot, who then challenges Ray to a game of chess. Alone, they start playing. Ray thanks him. He explains that his wife was smart with computers and that she started the site. They never looked at it, but allowed the market to dictate what was being bought and sold as long as the money was coming in. Ray didn't look until Elliot came along. Then he realized what he did to Elliot, and RT was weak. He admits he was wrong when he said life was just about stumbling and that he should have taken a stand. Elliot is his answer, not the other way around. He gets emotional. Ray asks how much time he has, knowing that Elliot would give him up when he was given a computer. Ray surrenders in checkmate and tells Elliot to be careful as police swarm the house and pull Elliot aside. And then at a Congress bail vote on 77A Wall Street, Bull's balls are dropped through the glass roof. We saw them taken in a previous episode. And then Angela meets her dad at E-Mart. He is busy selling e-kits for the end of the world. Angela explains that E-Corp will settle if the third-party inspections of their plants are removed. Her dad objects to let what happened to his wife happen to others. Angela replies that she is valued there and she will make sure inspections happen internally. He says he doesn't trust her and that she won't get 2/3 of the class to agree. She says that she has the votes as money talks and her visit to him was simply courtesy. She leaves. On the basketball court, or at the basketball court, Leon tells Elliot that the Ray thing has people talking. All eyes are on Elliot. A group of men called the neo-Nazis approach and tell Leon to scram, but he refuses. The leader, Kevin, says he had a lot of Bitcoin that he lost because of Elliot, and the group leaves. Angela and Philip are in his office. He acknowledges that the contingency was dropped and that it is better to settle and save money than ask questions. Angela says she wants to change E-Corp from within and asks to be transferred to the risk management division, which Philip Price dismisses as a lateral move. She sits beside him. Philip admits that it is his birthday today, not the date that is publicly known. He invites her to celebrate, but she declines, and then he walks away. And then at a church group, Elliot stays behind to apologize for his outburst. She hugs him and tells him that she has seen him talking to him. She assures him that Jesus listens and leaves him alone. Elliot asks what to do as he has been lost these few past weeks since Ray. He wants to finish what he started with E-Corp, but doesn't know how. Mr. Robot says that Elliot has been making his own decisions from the beginning when he joined F Society. He is a leader that needs to lead the revolution. Angela is being welcomed to the risk management by her boss. He mentions that their next scandal is brewing in Flint and gives his condolences for Gideon Goddard. As she is leaving his office, she asks to sit on the daily briefing to get caught up. He notices the protesters outside and she leaves. Elliot is burning his journal in the park, wondering about how his regimen has ironically led to embracing Mr. Robot. As he is walking home, the neo-Nazis push him deep in the alley. They assault him with Mr. Robot shown to be taking the punches. As Kevin prepares to sexually assault Elliot, Leon comes in and kills all of them with a knife. He tells Elliot that he will receive a letter on Tuesday and to do what it says. He stabs Kevin in the ass and then tells Elliot to tell the White Horse, or the White Rose, that he did him good. At the risk management meeting, Susan Jacobs has not arrived, but they start anyway. Angela brings up that going through past cases of Dakota fracking and Washington Township could help them address current issues. Her boss adjourns the meeting as the food hasn't come and tells Angela that he knows who she is. Her transfer was a favor to Philip, but Philip said to handle her, however. Shrimp cocktails arrive and a reference to what Terry Colby and the company were eating when they handled Washington Township. And then Krista is reading the letter on Tuesday, praising it as good news. She asks how the interactions with Mr. Robot are. Elliot says that they trust each other, even though he has only wanted to get rid of him since he had been staying with his mother. Krista asks him if he knows he hasn't been staying with his mother. He knows the therapy office turns into his mother's house and then turns into a prison meeting area. The show just takes twists and turns. The streets are halls, and the diner is the cafeteria, and the park is in the yard. Krista hopes when Elliot is released, they continue their regular schedule. And then Elliot explains that substituting his mother's house for a prison was his way of coping. He asked that the viewer won't be mad, and if they could trust each other with a handshake. And that's what ends this episode of Mr. Robot. So, like I just said, this show takes twists and turns here. I'm going to give the episode an 8.6 out of 10. And the character of the episode, I'll give it to Elliot. Angela, good as always. She handled the Dominique situation at her cubicle pretty well. So, I like it, and then it confuses me. I like it, then it confuses me. So, you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Mr. Robot and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you Hulk smash the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are regarding this episode of Mr. Robot. What would you rate the episode? Who would be your character of the episode? Anything you want to leave in the comment section. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel. Help me get over 100k subscribers. Yes, I know I set my goals pretty high. Join the team, Sugar Damn Support, and be a part of something special, and you never know what you're going to see on JDevTV.